Soft, melancholic piano music begins, layered with the distant sound of rain. A young woman's voice, tinged with weariness and a subtle, aristocratic inflection, begins to speak. "Oh, darling, let me tell you a tale." It is not a cheerful one, naturally. Those are rather pedestrian, aren't they? No, this is about expectations, you see, and the absolutely crushing disappointment when reality refuses to meet them. I always believed in fairness, in a sort of cosmic contract. You put in the effort, the money a frankly obscene amount, I might add, and you receive something of comparable value. A beautiful, naive notion, I suppose. It began, as these things often do, with a dream. A rather exquisite one, involving a Master's degree from Glasgow Caledonian University, Glasgow. The name itself had a certain ring, didn't it? Caledonian, evoking windswept highlands and scholarly pursuits. It simply felt right, and honestly, my parents, bless their overbearing hearts, had already started planning the celebratory gala. The pressure was, shall we say, immense. It is difficult explaining to a family who practically invented the concept of legacy that their daughter might be lacking. I applied, naturally. Multiple universities, of course. A diversified portfolio of academic aspiration, one must be prudent. But Glasgow Caledonian, they accepted me. Can you imagine? An actual acceptance letter, a physical manifestation of potential. Then came the interviews. Rather like auditions for a particularly stuffy play, if I am being frank. I excelled, naturally. One must, anything less would be unseemly. And then the fees, £4,000, a non-refundable deposit. Now I've been exceedingly fortunate in life, I won't pretend otherwise, but even I blanch at parting with such a sum. It's a rather substantial amount of money, isn't it? Enough to, I don't know, furnish a small apartment in Paris, but one makes sacrifices for education, or one thought one did. A slight catch in her voice. I waited, and waited, for the CAS letter, you see. The confirmation of acceptance for studies, a rather bureaucratic-sounding name for the key to everything. The visa, the accommodation, the life I had so carefully envisioned. It's a bit like a golden ticket in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, except instead of chocolate, it's bureaucratic validation and the promise of intellectual stimulation. And other people's money, really, because university is an investment, a supremely expensive one. 51 days, darling. Kubra Yildiz, a fellow applicant, told me about her wait. Can you fathom such a prolonged period of uncertainty? A full 7 weeks suspended in a liminal space, a bureaucratic purgatory. Other universities, she said, issued them within 10 days. 10 days. It is the difference between a graceful waltz and a desperate scramble. That is an actual theft of time, you know. Time is the most valuable resource, and they casually tossed it aside like a discarded tissue. And then, the email. Oh, the email, so clinical, so devoid of empathy. Your application has been withdrawn, just withdrawn. No explanation, no reasoning, no acknowledgement of the fees paid, the interviews passed, the hopes invested. It was as if I had never existed, like a character simply erased from a manuscript. It is the sort of callousness you'd expect from a villain in a rather low-budget melodrama. Her voice takes on a sharper edge, a hint of controlled fury. My friend Mary Doe experienced the same fate. A twin blow of incompetence and indifference. We both contacted them, of course. Endless emails, unanswered phone calls. The digital equivalent of shouting into a void. The silence was deafening. It is a specific type of loneliness, you see. The loneliness of being utterly disregarded. And the refund, oh, don't even get me started on the refund. Riddai Gandharva had been waiting since May 2022. May, it's almost summer now, and her money has simply vanished. Okay, so I was looking into things happening near Glasgow Caledonian University, you know, because people are going to visit. It's depressing, honestly. Businesses around there, especially on Buchanan Street, they can be tricky. It's like some of the designer stores, they show you a real nice handbag and you pay good money for it, thinking it's legit. Then when you get it home, it is a fake, a really bad fake. I bet those tourists were so mad, probably tried to get a refund but got nowhere. The shop probably just kept doing it, honestly. They likely got a small fine maybe, but it didn't stop them. It's just, why would you do that? And Sauchiehall Street, oh gosh, the phone shop's there. They race selling phones that are supposed to be brand new, but they're refurbished, broken, or just bad. Really aggressive salespeople too, pushing you to buy stuff. They wouldn't let you return it, probably made you feel stupid for even asking. They probably just kept repackaging broken phones and selling them to the next poor tourist who walks in. It is awful, right? Like, who does that to people? Then near Argyle Street, there were people pretending to be collecting for charity. Fake charity collectors inside shops, can you believe it? They had official-looking papers and everything. Of course, the charity didn't exist, they just kept the money. I bet they were targeting older people, people who are more likely to donate, and the police probably caught them eventually, but they were already gone with the money. It's just so cynical. Buchanan Galleries had a gift card scam, a kiosk selling cards that were empty or already used. Imagine buying a gift for someone all excited and then finding out it's useless. They vanished so quick, probably to another city to do it again. I bet the police couldn't find them, it's just so frustrating. And the currency exchange in St. Enoch's Center, they were charging insane fees hiding them. Like 20 extra and short-changing people, tourists just trying to get some pounds for their trip and getting ripped off. They were probably desperate to exchange money and didn't read the fine print. I'm sure they complained, but what could they really do? The exchange booth probably just kept doing it because nobody was really watching. It's all so unfair. There was also this thing with mystery shoppers near the city center stores. People getting given fake vouchers to spend in shops. Can you imagine, thinking you were getting a good deal and it's just a scam? The stores probably felt horrible having to deal with angry customers. The scammers probably just moved on to the next city. It's like, why is everything so hard?
The grim reality of businesses near Glasgow Caledonian University businesses near Glasgow Caledonian University are, in a word, disappointing. If you were hoping for a vibrant, well-run commercial hub where your needs are met with care and competence, lower those expectations now. What you'll find instead is a landscape of mediocrity, where even the simplest transactions feel like navigating a bureaucratic nightmare. Let's start with shopping. The retail experience here is underwhelming at best. Buchanan Galleries, the supposed shopping haven, is a masterclass in frustration. The layout is confusing. Signage is either missing or placed in the most illogical spots, as if designed by someone who's never actually shopped before. Mobility access is a joke. Disabled visitors report feeling like pests rather than patrons, with no scooters available despite clear demand. And if you think parking won't be an issue, think again. Prepare to pay £15 for the privilege of leaving your car in a rundown lot that looks like it hasn't seen maintenance since the 90s. Escalators, frequently broken. Toilets, hidden like a treasure hunt where the prize is just relief. Then there's pure spa beauty where relaxation goes to die. Imagine paying £62 for a pedicure only to walk out with more problems than you walked in with. Hangnails, reddened skin, and the lingering suspicion that the luxury foot heaters haven't been sanitized since the last ice age. Gift cards, good luck. They'll take your money, but the actual delivery of the gift seems to be treated as an optional extra. Oxygen therapy sessions, more like panic attacks waiting to happen. Staff will zip you into a bag, then vanish like magicians who only know one trick: disappearing when you need them most. Hungry, Madras Cafe will test your patience and your taste buds. The name promises South Indian authenticity, but the reality is a culinary betrayal. Biryani arrives as a sad pile of unseasoned vegetables. Samosas come with yogurt, a crime against humanity. And if you dare complain, the staff will shrug and say, "We can't please everyone." Spoiler, they're not pleasing anyone. Pre-booked a table. Doesn't matter. You might show up to find the place closed mid-move with no warning, leaving you stranded after a 50-mile drive. Need a sugar fix. Tantrum donuts should come with a warning label. May induce regret. These donuts are dry, stale, and taste like they were made by someone who's never actually eaten a donut before. Flavors are either non-existent or bizarrely mismatched. Black pepper and an almond glaze. Why? And if you're a cash user, prepare to feel like a relic of the past. Card-only policies are enforced with the enthusiasm of a bouncer at an exclusive club, except the only thing exclusive here is disappointment. Entertainment? The O2 Academy Glasgow is where good concerts go to suffer. Sound quality is abysmal, sightlines are obstructed unless you enjoy staring at the back of someone's head, and drinks are priced like liquid gold. Except the beer is flat and the service slower than a Monday morning. Lost property? Good luck getting a response. The staff treat inquiries with the urgency of a sloth on sedatives. Finally, The Alchemist, a bar that somehow turns cocktails into cautionary tales. Overpriced, underserved, and staffed by people who seem to resent the very concept of hospitality. Try booking a table, only to be told it's reserved the second you sit down. Want a whiskey sour? Prepare for the worst one of your life. And if you're wearing a Scotland top? Denied entry. Because apparently national pride is a threat to whatever vibe they're failing to cultivate. Conclusion: if you're staying near Glasgow Caledonian University, brace yourself. The businesses here opt